Yo, this is your host, Easthill Huey of the Slept On Podcast. I'd like to welcome you back. We're still here. We're still rocking, man. Right now, we have a special guest, man. This is my brother. This is my dog. This is Weez of T.R.A.P Clothing. How you doing, my boy?
Man, I'm blessed.
Come on, man.
You know the vibes. Man.
Glad to have you down on the shit, man.
Good to be down, man. Good to be down.
We get to pop the shit one time, man. So okay, let's go ahead and start back where you started with the idea of T.R.A.P Clothing, bro, and let the people know kind of like how that started.
Well, it really started. I mean, I had this idea probably way back in 2013. It's crazy because you had my guy A-Ro on the show a couple weeks ago, and that's where it all started. I had got a job at Champs, and he was the hiring manager at the time.
Oh,
so
shit.
I ended up getting a job there, and just falling in love with the shoes and everything, and being around the clothes and everything like that, and never really being able to afford it as a kid. So that's where the passion started. And then a couple years later, maybe about like 2018, I'm on the Indeed, searching on Indeed, trying to get a job. And there was an opportunity to work at Nike.
Oh, shit.
So I ends up, applying, not really thinking, it's Indeed. You never really think you're gonna hear back. So I'm not really thinking I'm gonna hear back from them. But I ended up getting an email a couple weeks later, and they offered me a But come to find out, this was just they were building like a brand new store, like from the ground up. So I had an opportunity to be a part of that. I ended up getting the interview. I got the job. So when you get a job at Nike, you got to go through this whole little training and everything. They run you down on like the history of Nike and everything, and what you're supposed to do when you're in the store. Just pretty much like PR training, pretty much. So just seeing that, like seeing starting the whole process of like building the store and putting the merch in the bags and everything like that, and filling the material and everything like that, like that's kind of like where the passion had started to brew. And I'm like, okay, I could do this myself.
I could see myself doing this shit.
And then really seeing, learning about the material and the cost of it and everything like that, it's like, okay, they're not really putting too much. It's not too much going into it. It's like I can do this.
I can. This is attainable.
That's kind of like where the passion started, man. Just working in those shoe stores, man, and just seeing it built from the ground up. I'm like, man, I could do this on my own.
And we kind of cut from that cloth of like, yo, how can I figure out how to do this on my own? Like,
exactly.
And it just goes with knowledge, bro. You went and got knowledge. You went and seen things, and like you said, I felt the material and those types of things matter, bro.
2018, I also, I got shot.
Right.
I got shot in the back. I was paralyzed, and at that time, I was working at the hospital. I ended up getting the opportunity. I was doing like peer support at the hospital. So I'm working with, trauma patients, people who had gone through similar situations like mine. Right. But it was just like, what am I gonna do outside of this? I'm sitting at home. I had a lot of free time, because COVID had kind of hit right around that same time. So I went from working in the hospital to just doing all my peer support on like Zoom calls and stuff like that.
And tapping
So while I'm sitting at home, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? And it went from, all that self-doubt that I had, like,
built up.
Yeah, all that self-doubt I built up, like, man, do I really wanna do this? I came up with an idea, and I just started showing it to different people. And once I got the reaction that I got when I first saw the logo, I'm like, okay, it's go time.
That so validation.
From there, I went and, got my LLC registered for my EIN number and got my reseller's permit and
hit the ground.
Hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running. And so let them know, what does T.R.A.P stand for?
It stands for Take Risk and Prosper. If you're cut from that cloth or you come from that community, when you hear the word trap, you think of, hand in hand where you're doing something illegal. You're trapping. So for me, it was like, how can I take a negative and turn it into a positive? that's pretty much where that brewed from. You know, when we wake up every day, we're taking a risk. You know,
Facts.
no matter what it is. You know, school. You know, you're investing in school, whatever it is. You know, you're putting some money into it. You're putting your time into it. You're putting your energy, your effort into it.
Right.
That's a risk because you don't know what's on the end of that tunnel.
What's gonna come from it?
So it's like you just diving in head first and hoping something good comes from it. And luckily, you know, with what I built, you know, the people rock.
Red pill cures all diseases, but blue pill solves poverty forever.
We'll probably have to go with poverty, man.
Ooh.
I don't know, cause I feel like if poverty's solved, then that just means everybody's in a better situation. So we got more money to.
It's a
to
little
invest
equal. It's a little more equal, but you gotta, I guess, natural selection do you think disease is natural selection? Like, it'll naturally happen on its own. Like, it'll naturally select who it selects, and or is it like more like genetics and shit like that? Because I'm like, damn, if I solve all sickness, that means like there's way more people living than there normally is, because niggas ain't dying from diseases.
True. Man,
That's tough. Do soulmates exist, or are they imaginary?
I think that's imaginary.
Why is that?
A soulmate, I feel like it's hard to just know somebody like right as soon as I meet you, like that fire. I mean, that fire is cool. But so much time with somebody, it's like you get to, you know, experience different things. You get to see them in a different light. You get to learn different things about them. And I don't know if that's.
And that viewpoint can be changed over time.
Yeah, it's like.
And okay. And so then, you know, that kind of makes me think about like, okay, what are we defining as a soulmate?
But
you know, like, is that like the person you're supposed to marry and be with, or like a soulmate is somebody that you're supposed to have in your life?
Right. Like, what are we defining as a soulmate?
Oh, I don't know. Cause that's because different.
I don't know. Like I have people in my life that have just been like, they've been around, like regardless of what I put them through. Not to say that's you know, that's cool, but it's just like they've shown that they're gonna be around regardless. Like, is that a soulmate, or
right?
Is it the person that can take the most shit, or?
And then now that I'm saying it multiple times, soulmate. That doesn't necessarily mean like a soul person that is your mate. That could be like somebody who's connected
it could be
with energy.
Any type of relationship.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. A five that you'd shout out right now that's doing their thing right now. They don't gotta be, you know.
5, okay, top 5. I'm gonna throw Mafi in there, Mafi D for sure.
Fuck with bro.
Man, 2000 baby, obviously. Okay. He been doing this thing. Let's go Ralphie Davis.
Fuck with bro, 80.
He been doing this thing for a minute. I've been on Sneaky SPs.
Yeah.
I've been on SPs. His music is, I like his flow.
What's your top 5 hoopers all time?
Top 5 hoopers all time? MJ, of course. I mean, no order.
Okay, no order. Niggas gotta call that out sometimes.
Because I don't want to, you know. MJ, Kobe, of course. Bron. Let's throw Shaq in there.
Zach.
At least, like for my era, I would probably flip flop between KD and Steph, bro.
Katie and Steph. Why is it a flip flop though?
Just cause I feel like those are two
KD get a ring without Steph?
generational talents. Like
Nah, bro. I can't let that rock though.
What?
Steph is way more generational talent than KD is.
Anybody from the Super Bowl,
the Legion,
like
Sherman,
that whole
niggas.
Legion, like they're embedded in Seattle history forever. So,
bro,
but
what do
for
you?
sure, Marshawn type, he's one of them. Like he gonna treat you like he just
That's
regular.
a regular nigga, man.
I've seen him in TLU's a couple times, and it's just like normal,
just a nigga.
yeah, like he's shaking cats' hands like he know him.
Bro, what do you think it would have did for the city if they give the ball to Marshawn?
The city goes a two-peat, bro.
Bro, do you remember how much fucking merch was just everywhere? I'm talking every gas station you go to, on the
people
corners.
selling it on the corners. They was selling that shit everywhere. Bro.
When they was winning, niggas was making money, so much
They
money off them
spelling
niggas.
spelling the name right. They was just making shirts.
They had they own logo and shit. It was a pigeon. It wasn't even a seagull or none of that type shit. Them motherfuckers.
It was crazy,
bro. It was
crazy
everywhere.
I remember going downtown to the Super Bowl parade, bro. Cold as hell.
That shit's crazy. If
Cold
they
as
would have
hell.
run another one, I don't know. That would have shook the city crazy.
Yeah, that definitely would. I don't understand it.
What was his like? And I listened to
I don't
him
even know
on.
why you brought that up. To be truthfully honest with you, like that's crazy, bro.
I was listening to this nigga on Shannon Sharp show, the Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about how when he heard the shit, he was on the sideline and then like he wasn't paying attention. And he said like Russell throws the pick and then he hears the crowd going crazy, but he don't know what happened yet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh shit, I think he just threw an interception. So he says he takes his mask off because he already knew what was up. He goes up to Pete Carroll and he laughed in his face.
Who said that?
Marshawn said that he did that.
I
right.
probably would have did the same thing.
Laughed in his face, and he said he went and took his shit off and left because after that, he said Russell Wilson was on the sideline like, we'll get him next time. Like, I'll get him next time.
Yeah. It was about time we got Buddy out of there anyway, man.
Bro, soon as he got the pussy, his whole entire game changed. It sounds funny, right? I remember making jokes about it, but literally just check the time frame. Because there was a while where he was like, he was on his Christian shit and he wasn't having sex and he wasn't doing nothing. The nigga was killing.
I remember that.
The nigga gets the goodies from Sierra and his whole game went left. Nigga was never the same again.
Man, he turned into a TikTok
personality, nigga doing little dances and shit.
A content creator. He was a content creator for like a year.
That nigga, man, that's crazy. She really put the goodies on, bro. I know it's a constant struggle, bro. So what have you been doing? How have you been keeping yourself busy? What have you been locking in on to kind of keep your mental and keep yourself grounded, you know, day to day?
I definitely I tapped into some therapy for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I did that, but I don't know. I just for myself, like I think I'm just so used to just being in that pain and taking it on my own that I just I feel like I really just took time to get closer to myself and get closer to God.
Right.
So you know, I started going to church, but not for religious purposes.
Right.
You know, more so just to like start my day off on like on a positive note, like just to get a good word.
You get that spirit, right?
Yeah, you know. And then, but cracking that Bible open and really, you know, tuning into the stories into the Bible and actually, you know,
seeing them and applying them and shit.
And applying it to my own life, and then it started to make sense to me. So you know, that for me, that's been what I've been trying to be on is really diving in that Bible. I've been trying to get through the whole Bible. My pastor actually challenged me to read the Bible within like 6 months. Mm-hmm. So that's really what I've been on. I don't read it every day or nothing like that.
Right.
I try to read it as much as I can, but that's really, man, just trying to get closer to God, truthfully.
Hey, man, and sometimes that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? Because what else you gonna do here besides spook yourself about what's next and different things like that? You better get in touch with something, a belief in something.
Believe in something bigger than yourself, man, for sure.
For sure, and that's what faith is, man.
That's definitely.
That's what the faith is, man. Being able to believe in. That's what love is, and all of these different things that we believe in, bro, is faith. Things we can't see that we believe in. I think your story speaks volumes and needs to be heard because of what it will inspire. Not what it can inspire, what it will inspire, bro. Mm-hmm. From the beginning of your life to, you know, what happened in your life to where you are now, they're all very dramatically different. You get what I'm saying? Being somebody who's been able to see it and kind of know where you come from and shit like that, bro.
For sure.
And you not giving up every day is a testament to a person like me. There's nothing I can complain about. You get what I'm saying? I could never imagine the pain and the things that you had to go through and the things that you had to overcome over your entire journey, bro. And I just want to appreciate you for coming down here, sharing this information, sharing this time, having this conversation. You know, the world wouldn't know, but we haven't spoken in a while and had a real conversation, so it's refreshing to get to talk to you.
Most definitely.
Get to pick your brain, and you know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, is there anything else that you want to let the people know and where to find, you know, what's going on with
man, right now I'm kind of just, you know, I'm just in this phase of really, like you said, I just been trying to figure myself out and, you know, figure out what makes me happy. Mm-hmm. So as far as everything Trap, you can go on IG. You can follow me on IG at 4 Trappers Only. It's at the number 4 Trappers Only. Find everything Trap there. I'm kind of like right now I'm in like a rebranding phase. Mm-hmm. Cause you know, like I said, I started my business, it took off, and you know, I hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. But then you get in this phase where things slow down.
Right.
You got to regroup and figure out the why.